Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Power Book 3. This is Raising Kanan. This is Season 4, Episode 2. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, and also you can subscribe to my channel. You can leave your comments below. Let's get into this episode. All right. So, the episode was fair. It was cool. This is right after we're being caught up as to how Unique survived his supposedly unliving. We see this press conference with the FBI and task force. They are dropping the case because they don't see that there's any good evidence to book any of the Thomas family. Even with Shannon, the detective last year, the white detective, and also Rock's baby daddy. However, the local captain, who was with us on last season, said, look, the FBI is just dropping it because all they really care about is more big cases. But for me, I'm not dropping it. So it's a passion case, and I need your help. He was speaking with another detective in regards to this, for this. He needs his help in solving this case, and he's not dropping it. Of course, the Thomas family is relieved. They don't know what's happening, so obviously there's going to be police trailing them at some point. Uncle Lulu just got out of a rehab. Marvin comes and picks him up, and Lou just thanks him for being there. Everybody is asking, where is Famous? Because remember, Famous was singing like a canary. But good that we don't know where Famous is, because Famous needs to stay gone. I have a feeling he's probably going to show up before the end of the season, because we got to know what happened, I guess. I don't know. Or they could just let us know. Hopefully, Famous is hiding someplace and starting a new life someplace. Kanan and his girlfriend. Now, Kanan's handling business and all that good stuff. He don't really like his workers, and his girlfriend's like, well, just kind of toughing it up and all that. Kanan's ready to have sex with her. And she's like, I'm not really feeling it. And he was like, well, you know I can pull out. And she said, well, the last time you pulled out and I got pregnant. And he also, we find out, gave her money to take care of the child, to dispose of it. So it's like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing right now. But Jukebox, she's in the army, but not really fitting in. As what Nicole's dad said in the previous episode, the army is not that welcoming to different types of people. They're quite conservative, and basically it's a lot of men, possibly some women, and definitely not no black women. Not in the early 90s, there was a fight back then, so she tried it out and she ended up leaving. So it looks like she's kind of got a dishonorable discharge. How was she able to be a cop, or at least a dirty cop, later on? Because if you have that in your background, I don't see how that could happen, but I don't know. She goes and visits her girlfriend, who's in college right now. Her girlfriend's surprised. But anyways, they have sex, and then they talk a little bit. Juke wants to see if she can stay around for a little while, just so she can get some stuff together. And really, the girlfriend isn't so... The way she handled it, it wasn't like she was like, ew, don't get away from me, we're not going to do this. No, it was like she's trying to figure out herself. And for a little while, she doesn't need Juke around. We're both trying to figure each other out. She's trying to figure herself out. So I think that was one of the most mature decisions and conversations ever. She said that she's not making herself sick like she used to while she's been there, and that's cheering her on. So I think that is pretty cool. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Now, for Rock, the supplier, Daquan, is raising his prices as far as him being a supplier. And Rock don't like that. She goes to Tony Danza's character and says, hey, this is what's going on. I really don't like that. And basically she's trying to say, how can I get his job? Really, Rock saying, I want to make the most money and spend out the least. They're toying around with that, but I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that. Kanan goes to Pops and Smoke, or Snap, Pops and Snap. He's finding out that they are part owner of the business, and this deal that he made along with Ronnie cut them in the business, and Kanan didn't know that. And they said, oh well. So they're getting a huge cut off of what he's actually making, because he's like, well, I started my business beforehand. And Snap was like, yeah, you had your little reefer business, but what you're doing now is quite greater than what you've ever done in your life as far as making money. Rock is there all of a sudden now. He don't want Rock's help, nothing. And now you want to use her for some muscle and all that stuff to try to negotiate a deal. And Rock just let it happen the way it is. What's done is done. You made that deal. Now let's get up out of here. Kanan was trying to get all tough, and some of Pop's men and Snap's men were about to lay him out. And Rock said, come on. Rock has been trying to help Kanan. Kanan don't want her help. She's like, well, let's go over your books and let's see if everything's on the up and up. Kanan like, everything's fine. I don't like Kanan. I think season 2, I probably liked him because of, I didn't like how deceptive Rock was towards him. But at the same time, right now, like, dude, yeah. Listen, you can't just, I know you want to do your own thing, Kanan, and for people to be proud of you and to make a name for yourself and all that stuff. But at the same time, you need training. Your mom is still very successful. She's very hot. And you need to respect that. But Rock is trying to help him. Rock is trying to say, like, you could make a whole lot more money. Don't get rid of me. All that good stuff. Of course, there's always this back and forth because he don't really trust her. I know if it was in this episode or in the trailer, she's like, look, I may not be able to trust my son, but I need to trust whoever I'm in business with. So let's see what's happening there. Unique, he's going around. He went someplace to find his secret stash. It was gone. I'm sure Ronnie had probably taken it. He's following Rock around and all that good stuff just to see what's going on. Uncle Marvin goes and visits Tony Danza's character. He says that I think it's his sisters and brother-in-law are finally pregnant after Marvin's involvement in it and getting him to stop embarrassing his sister like that, or Tony Danza's character's sister like that. So now he has another proposition for Marvin. Somebody has been skipping out on the books, meaning that they're taking more off the top than what was supposed to be owed. And he wants them to have a talk. Marvin goes and meets him. Dude's already defensive and aggressive and all that good stuff. Marvin hits him with a pull stick. He tries to grab a gun. Marvin kicks the gun, and then the dude starts taunting him and all that. Look, I'm too important to be gotten rid of. I make too much money, and you're just sitting here being the janitor, cleaning up other people's messes. For whatever reason, Marvin ended up shooting him and unaliving him. So I don't know if that triggered something in him or whatever. Possibly this is something that's going to push Marvin to be, I guess, more in the business. I still don't know how Rock is going to feel about this when it's actually revealed, but time will tell. Let's see what else. Lou is approached by the president of a record label. He has hip hop rap on it, and they believe that Lou would be a great asset. He says, Lou is running his own label, but I know that he knows that he could be a whole lot in a better space and have a lot more success if he joined his record label. and he names one person that's a authentic artist that's on this dude's label that you need to try to hone in and use. The record producer or the record head person, he's not really feeling it because he's the wild child, and right now he's even in jail. So, lie, would he waste his time? But that's the person that Lou says has got the magic that you need. So the dude sends Lou on assignment to go speak with him. He does, and Lou convinces him, or is at least convinced to get on the label. He gets him out of jail, and he starts performing. So it looks like things are on the up and up, and we shall see how that goes. Duke comes back into town. Nobody's asking her any questions, which is cool. What else was happening? So Rock and the lawyer, Andre, ended up getting that dude out. Well, it's really Lou that asked Andre to get that dude out. That's going to be a rapper on the label. But some of the other things that Rock was in, he was able to get her untangled from, and she appreciated, and she gave him a hug. Well, at the same time, Unique is watching. So Unique follows the dude. He goes up to his doorstep as Andre is going into his apartment, and ends up knocking him over and saying, "You effing her," meaning Rock. The next thing you know, he pows him. So now Rock doesn't have the lawyer. So I'm like, oh. So we're on a roll. We're on a roll. Again, Raising Kanan is a slow burn. They always build up to drama. We'll get something a lot more down the line. I'm looking for a little bit more action, probably episodes 3, 4, maybe 5, things of that nature, but I'm cool with it. Y'all can tell me your thoughts. You think that Kanan needs to just leave Rock alone altogether, or at least get some expertise in this whole situation? Is Rock still manipulating Kanan? Who knows? But do you think Lou's going to be successful? He's still trying to figure himself out. Marvin, is he going to defy Rock? What's happening there? So just let me know your thoughts, and I appreciate everyone for coming. Like, subscribe, and until the next one, peace.